Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Susan Lehman and I am so glad you're here to join me. January is Celebration of Life Month, so let's celebrate it. Are you ready? Now, we're about to embark on an epic journey together. So in order to get the most out of it, I want you to dig deep. I want you to get out of your comfort zone and I want you to try new things. I know doing this blog was a little bit out of my comfort zone to do it with my friends. I do it for work quite a bit, but I haven't done it with my friends before. So I'm really excited that you decided to join me. And although it was scary to invite many of you to it, I did it anyway. So I would encourage you that as we go along this path, some of the things that we do together are going to be just a little bit scary, but I want you to do them anyway. And hopefully each week when we get together, you'll gather just a few nuggets that are going to help take you to that next step in the amazing life that you want to build for yourself. As I was in my car yesterday, I was listening to a song from Old Dominion, and yes, I'm a new country lover, but it was some of the lyrics were "Life is short, make it sweet," and I thought that's exactly what we want to be doing, right? Life is short, so we want to make it sweet. We want to make that sweet life and that very best life. Are you ready to get started? Oh my gosh, I hope so, because we're going to jump right in. I promised you bite-sized chunks to designing a life that you love. Now, like any good journey or any trip that you go on, we have to know really two main things, right? We have to know where we are right now, and we have to know where we're going. Then we can plan out that trip in as much detail as we want. We know that we're going to encounter some challenges, possibly some obstacles, there might be some road bumps in the way, and at other times it's going to be smooth sailing. You might even change course along the way and decide to go somewhere entirely different. And that's the same as life, isn't it? Sometimes we start off going one direction and we end up going a totally different direction. We want to make sure we're enjoying every step of the way because life is an adventure and we want to make sure that we're enjoying all of those magical moments, whether they're good or bad, all the way along the way, because that's part of life's epic journey. Today, we're going to do a little bit of digging into who you are and where you are, not just physically where you are, but where you are mentally and emotionally. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and you can listen to this whole blog. I promise I'll keep it short, and then take notes, or you can pause and go through and do the work as we go. Okay. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to do something that I call a life inventory. Now, there are 6 steps, but we're only going to do 3 of them today because I promised you those bite-sized chunks. So either pause for a moment and go grab a piece of paper, or we're going to jump right in. Step 1, who are you? Have you ever stopped to really think about who you are and all the amazing things that come with you? How would you describe yourself to somebody else if somebody asked you? So for me, I might say I'm a mom of 5 amazing kids. I'm a fiance to the man of my dreams. I'm the daughter to the most amazing parents anyone could ever have. And I am a grandmom to 2 amazing little cute, adorable puppies. I might also say I'm somebody who's obsessed with French fries and chips and salsa, loves to make chocolate chip cookies and eat the cookie dough. Yes, absolutely. I also have an amazing job where I get to travel all over the place and empower women and men, and it's one of my passions. I absolutely love it. But then some days I feel like a total sloth and I just want to sit down and binge watch Netflix, and other days I feel like a complete hot mess. So who are you and how would you describe yourself? If you want to share in the comments below, I would love to hear so that I can get to know you better. Step 2, what are you grateful for? Have you ever sat down and thought about all the different things in your life that you could be grateful for? There are so many things. Now, having an attitude of gratitude can absolutely transform your life. There are challenges and obstacles that come up in front of us every single day, and the way we react to them really defines who we are. Now sit back and think a little bit about all of those things in your life that mean so much to you, the things that you're grateful for. And think about it this way: if you woke up tomorrow morning and you only had the things that you were grateful for today, what would those things be? How would you list those things out? So take a few minutes and just write down all the different things in your life that you're grateful for. Some people have a really hard time with this, so you might want to start with something like, I am grateful for the comfy bed that I got to sleep in last night. Or, I am grateful for being able to have, 3 amazing meals yesterday, even if they were peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Hopefully you got French fries with that. So sit down and just write out a whole list of all the different things in your life that you are grateful for. I think you'll find that there are so many things that we just never take a minute and stop and really think about what it is that is so meaningful in our life. And when you have those things written out, sometimes you're going to find there are some people in your life that you're so grateful for. Take a minute and send them a text. Tell them in person. Give them a phone call, give them a hug, and tell them how much they mean to you and how grateful you are to have them in your life. And the last step we're going to do today is think about what your values are. Now, your values are going to be different than the things that you are grateful for, but gratitude might be one of your values. Your values are the things that help you decide between right and wrong. And I think of them as the bumper lanes on a bowling alley. So if you're going down the bowling alley and you are staying in and staying true to the things that you value, you're going to be able to get to your end destination more quickly. But if we start to bump up against the things that we value, then we start to feel kind of a little out of sorts. And if we go way over something that we value and kind of jump out of our lane completely, then sometimes it takes us a little while to get back in. So let me give you an example. Let's say that family time is something that you really value and you get an amazing job offer, but it's going to take you away from your family. You're going to move away and you won't have as much family time. Now maybe your kids are grown but it's something that's super important to you. So you don't take the job. If you took the job, you might feel a little out of sorts and you would feel, maybe sad, or you'd feel something was off. You wouldn't necessarily know what it was, but you would feel a little out of sorts. Now, let's say achievement is something that you value and you got that same job offer. You'd probably take it and it would be an amazing job, and you would go and you would do that incredible job, and you would have maybe less time with your family, but you would still have time, but you would have achieved all sorts of amazing things because you were able to take this incredible job. Now, neither is right or wrong. It's just a matter of what your values are is what you have to stay true to. So when if achievement is your value, you take the job. So take some time and really think about what those things are that you value. Now, I'm going to include a list of values, the most common values, in the comments below, and in part of this blog post they'll be listed below. So take some time and go through those, and I'd love you to do a little activity. Go through and pick the top 25 that resonate the most with you, that feel like that's something that's really important to you. Now, these 25 are not the be-all end-all, so do some research, kind of dig into it a little bit, and find those things that are most valuable to you. Once you have 25, then narrow it down to 10, and then maybe pick 5 that are the top things that you value in life. They're going to be very important as you travel down the path towards making your best life ever, because those are your bumper lanes that you want to stay in, right? So we're going to pick the things that we're going to define who we are today, and we are going to write out the things that we're grateful for, and then we're going to decide what our values are, and we kind of already know what they are, but we're going to really identify them. All right, so those are the first 3 steps. Have some fun, take some time, and throughout the week, in those little moments of time that you have, and just really dig deep and think about these 3 different things that we talked about this week, and then come back and join me next week, and we'll do the next 3 steps. Okay, thanks so much. I hope you guys enjoyed our first blog post, or my first blog post, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.